Single member LLCs. What are some areas of unexpected liability? I'm going to cover some of those for you here today in this video. So today we're going to hit 5 specific areas, 5 things that you might not be expecting, but could potentially expose you to liability as a business owner, particularly a business owner of a single member LLC. Let's start with what a single member LLC is. That's an LLC that has one owner. That's what a lot of people have, right? You form a company, you set up that LLC, you file a certificate, hopefully you do an operating or LLC agreement, and you're off and running. That is a single member LLC if you don't have other owners. So what could you have liability for? Well, number one, and this surprised a lot of people, is negligence. They think I'm forming an LLC to protect myself from liability, so I won't have liability. But if you're the person driving the car, if you're involved in an accident, a trip and fall, if you're directly providing services on behalf of your business and something goes wrong, you're going to have personal liability on that, right? They're going to look at you and the business, and this is just normal case. This would be true for an employee at a major big box store. They would have personal liability. The big box store would have liability if they cause an accident. Now, normally the big box store is going to step in and protect the liability, so it looks a little different. Business owners are expecting their LLC is going to provide that shield, but it doesn't necessarily do so. So if you're directly involved in things and there's negligence involved, your LLC may not protect you. Number 2 is guarantees. So a lot of times, particularly with a small company, a newer company, your bank, your lenders, other people, they're going to want you to guarantee the loans. They're going to want you to stand behind it and say, yes, I'm going to pay this if the LLC doesn't pay it. Well, the downstream consequence of the guarantee is that if you mess things up, that they're going to come after your personal assets. So be very careful what you're signing, what's in those clauses, because a lot of times, particularly for smaller companies, they're asking you to waive that liability shield and become directly liable. Number 3 is bad signature blocks. I see this all the time. A lot of people have LLCs, but then they get sloppy in contracts, particularly when other people are preparing contracts. They start signing it, they sign with their personal name, not with the LLC name, and then next thing you know, they are potentially in a liability situation. Number 4 is veil piercing. This could be a whole video of its own. We've hit on this in some of our other videos here on the channel. But if you don't respect that LLC and you don't treat it like an LLC and have your own bank account, have sufficient funding, have everything set up in the right ways, and really respect it like a business, sign contracts like a business, pay off bills like a business, keep your checking account and personal and business separate, keep your credit cards separate. If you don't do those kind of things, at some point a smart lawyer might come in and try to go through the LLC to your personal assets. You need to be very careful about those veil piercing claims. A lot of it comes down to just good formalities and treating your business as a business. And number 5 on our list today is statutory liability. Sometimes there's cases where you can go right through from the personal liability to the owner, and this might be housing codes, safety statutes, other things. There are particular laws out there where, you could potentially have personal liability, even though it's your LLC involved, just by virtue of being the owner or being the control party. So I hope that's helpful. I hope it wakes you up. That's why you want to be planning with a lawyer. You want to understand both what you're doing and what your exposures are. They can help you understand that. If you have questions of a general nature, you can go ahead and drop them below. But remember, other people can see them. So keep your comments general. Keep it to topics for future videos. If you have specific things that you need private conversations for, reach out to an attorney of your choosing. And I hope you subscribe to the channel for more videos.